Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting it funny? What's going on, people? Okay, I've been slacking a little bit, and I have to let you know what's going on. 2017 now is the deadliest year for transgender people in the U.S. on record. Now, this is being reported on October the 30th, 2017, and it says that a transgender woman has been shot dead in what is called the deadliest year on record for trans people in the U.S. There has been 24 murders of trans people this year, which in 2 months still to go. In this case, basically 1 month, but it's already more than there were in 2015 or 2016. The bodies of Stephanie Montez, 47 years old, was found by the road or Corpus Christi, Texas last week. Stephanie had been shot in the chest, abdomen, and shoulder, and a medical examiner said that police have indicated that they believe that her death was a homicide, but investigations into last week's death is in earlier stages. Her friend Brittany told Corpus Christi Caller-Times that she was shocked by her death. She said that she had a great outlook on life and she was supportive of everything. I don't know why anybody would do this. The girl added, 44 years old. She used to like to dance. She really enjoyed life. She was the sweetest person you ever want to meet. And local groups, including PFLAG Corpus Christi, have organized trans rights rallies and protests in front of the federal courthouse, which would take place on the Saturday. Of course, it's a little late for me as far as me reporting this, but I'm giving you an idea as far as a catch up, on a lot of things. Ali's death came just days later. 21 years old scout, Shez, a non-binary bisexual intersex student of Georgia Tech. So once you Google her name, Scout Shez, a non-binary, and this was in Georgia Tech, was shot dead by campus police who had no crisis intervention training. Since taking office in January, President Trump has faced an avalanche of criticism on his treatments of trans people, and as well as Scott and Ali. September also saw the murder of a trans woman, Derica Banner, 26 years old, who was found brutally, fatally shot in a vehicle on Charlotte, North Carolina. And a trans man, Kashmir Red, 28 years old, was stabbed several times and killed earlier in September, allegedly during an argument between him and Doris, who he shared an apartment with. And Reed's death comes weeks after Kiwi Hearing was shot to death by the local police in Missouri. In August, T.T. Dangerfield was shot outside of an apartment complex in Atlanta. The murder of Dangerfield came days after comedian Little Val went on to the radio show on Breakfast Club and joked about killing trans people. The Val's real name is Ronald Powell. Said that he had found out that somebody was trans, he was going to shoot them and kill them. The 41-year-old Misha Cardwell was shot to death in Mississippi in January. Jamie Lee Wooden Arrow, 28 years old, was identified as a trans woman in Two-Spirit, was found dead in her home in South Dakota in January. Joshua Rayvon Lee Crayer has been charged with her murder. Jojo Stryker, 23 years old, was killed on Ohio in February. Terry Richmond, also Kiki Collier, was shot in Chicago at the age of 24 years old in February. 31-year-old China Doll Dupree was shot and killed in New Orleans also in February. She was a celebrated performer in her community. Sierra McClan, 31 years old, was stabbed to death in New Orleans 2 days after Dupree. Jaquarius Holland was 18 years old when she was shot to death in Monroe, Louisiana in February. 38 years old Alphonsa Watson was shot and killed in Baltimore, Maryland, March. She described as the sunshine of her family. Trey Reed, 20 years old, was shot to death in April in Miami. Brenda Bostick was a 59-year-old homeless trans woman who was found severe injured in Manhattan. It is important to note that Bostick may not have identified as trans at the time of her death, according to the family. Now, Sherelle Faulkner died in May at the age of 46 years old after being viciously attacked in November in North Carolina. 27 years old Kenny McFadden was found dead in April in San Antonio River. Kendra Marie Adams, Josie Borello, was found dead in June with several burns on her body. Michael Davis has been charged with the murder of the 28 years old. Ava LeRae Barron was shot and killed in Georgia at just 17 in June. Ebony Morgan, 28 years old, was shot multiple times in Virginia at the start of July. So that's to give you an idea of all the trans women and names and stuff that has been murdered and stuff this year and stuff. You know, excuse me, 24 murders of trans people this year. And they said it's the deadliest one, you know, as far as 2015 and 2016. So I want to do the report on this and stuff. And all I can say is rest in peace. And of course, I love your feedback on this. And like I said before, I want you to follow me on Instagram. That's Raven_over on Instagram. That's Raven_over. And also, of course, I want you to subscribe so you can find out more in reference to trans news and find out what's going on with our people. Even trans news, even people in the LGBT. Whether they're lesbian, gay, bi, or trans attracted people. I cover it all because someone needs to talk about what's going on within our community. Okay, like I said before, you can follow me on Instagram. That's Raven_over. And make sure you be safe. And I want to tell you I love you. And I want to thank you for watching. Catch the rain.